Okay, welcome back. I still have oven duties going on, but we have 15 minutes for this video. So let's get cracking. We're gonna do some move actions. We're gonna start with Thorncroft here. It doesn't matter what I roll. I roll a 1. So he's moving in. And then Hodges, I rolled a 2, so he'll move in. Yeah, I think he has to. I mean, he only has a Mills, which is why I'm not very excited. I'm tempted to say, what if they attack me from the east? You know, it's wide open. There's nobody here or there to prevent this. So I'm going to leave it be. One thing I realized I forgot to do is during the recovery phase, I forgot to do the interrogation. So I'm going to do that right now. So Sergeant Drake is going to interrogate, and there it is. I rolled a 7. So that means Arthur Pendrake is the chaplain or the traitor, and so that's going to trigger all kinds of stuff. Let's finish this movement phase, and then we'll go back and resolve that. I'll move the police officer if. The police officer can move this turn, assuming he doesn't get injured by Arthur Pendrake. Arthur Pendrake's going to go a little bit bananas on us. So now that everybody knows that he's the traitor. So let's continue our movement. I'm going to move the Women's Institute. So they have a 5. So this is a 3. So they're going to come out of the church with their shotgun with a 1, 2, and then 3, and they're going to end here. Like so. So the surgery is basically our last stand against them. The South Sussex Hunt Club, I'm going to try to move down 1. So I rolled a 6. They don't get to move. I'm going to roll for Drayden Fox here. I rolled a 5, so he gets to move. 1, 2. He's going to go there. And remember, his bonus is... he rolls 2 dice, and if it's greater than the invasion level, he adds +1 to the terrain bonus. So it's not super exciting, but it's something. And everybody else I'm going to leave be. The South Sussex, I was thinking that the pub area is pretty well guarded. I'm worried about this corner here. The farmhands can at least hold off a little bit. And then, of course, the whole east side is a bit of a problem. But let's deal with the fact that we found our traitor, and that will close a chapter of this game that's a little on the annoying side, because once we know who the traitor is, we can move on with just defending the town, and it also prevents us from getting sabotaged. So during the British movement phase, instead of making a movement roll, and see, we were supposed to do this during last turn's movement phase. That's the reason why I'm doing this. He does a chaplain roll. If the roll matches a character in Drake's Square, chaplain has been revealed. So then for the effects of this, we have to see below. The moment chaplain is activated or revealed, he or she attempts to shoot their way to freedom. So let's see if I can maybe position this so you can read with me. So for each British unit in the square with chaplain, you alternately roll 1d6 for the unit, then 1d6 for chaplain. If chaplain was revealed, the British unit fires first. If chaplain was activated, chaplain fires first. He was not activated, he was revealed. So the character or officer that revealed chaplain can hit on a 4, 5, or 6. So it says this process is repeated, alternating shots between each British unit and the square. You choose the order they fire and are fired upon, and chaplain fires. The shootout continues until all units have fired once. Chaplain is killed, or all the British units are killed. You do not have to fire at chaplain, but if you do not, he or she will still fire at you, making a bid to escape. If chaplain is hit, he or she is immediately killed. The effects of killing chaplain are outlined below. Hits by chaplain on British units are normal, so they'll be wounded, etc. British characters attempt to fire at chaplain even if they're unarmed or not normally eligible. So like Edith Finlay there will get to fire. They are assumed to have attempted to seize Chaplain's own weapon or another readily at hand. So as a result of the shootout, he'll either be killed, captured, or escape. If he's killed, he's permanently removed from the game, and we get to add 1 to all terrain modifiers for the current turn, which would have been last turn. So that means I would get to roll 2 extra dice against those Germans for last turn. That's if we kill him. Chaplain, if he's captured, if after all units have fired on Chaplain, he's still alive, roll 1d6. If the roll is less than the current number of British units in the square, he's captured. And then injured units count as half. If he's captured, he's removed from the game, and all British ranged combat attacks hit on a 5 or 6 during the final attack, which is way down at the last turn of the game. Any character events of your choice that are currently activated or deployed may immediately be discarded. So this would allow us to get rid of that Reynolds card that we don't like. If at the end of the procedure he escapes, each injured unit again counts as half rounded down. If he escapes, he's removed. All tactical events currently activated are removed, so we would lose the fact that the shop is permanently ours. All German range combats hits now on a 5 or a 6 on the final attack, so they get a bonus. And any activated German units off board, including KIA, are immediately placed face up in the nearest square. So it's really, really bad if he escapes. So from my perspective, we're going to try to kill him because we only have 2 units in that square. So we could choose not to shoot at him. And then we have to roll a 1d6. And so as you can see here, I would need to get a 2 or less because I only have 2 characters there. I would need a 2 or less to capture him. If I would have planned this and had maybe 6 characters in that space, then it's a different story, right? I can try to, if I have 6 characters and none of them are injured, I would be able to roll any, and it doesn't matter what I roll, I automatically capture him and I get this big bonus at the end of the game. And I get rid of the Reynolds card, right? That's a really nice bonus. But instead, we're going to try to kill him. So we're going to start shooting. And so the shooting bonus, sorry about that. And the shooting bonus is the character that revealed him has to hit, so he gets a 50% chance. And then obviously the Sergeant Drake would get a 5 or 6, but he's the one that revealed him, so he gets a 4, 5, or 6. And then any other character has to roll 6. And then the Chaplain, if revealed, hits us on a 5 or 6, but if he's activated, he hits us on a 4, 5, or 6. So I'm going to start first with, we're going to just try to kill him with Drake. So we have a 50% chance to kill. We get to shoot first. If we succeed, he's dead. He doesn't shoot us back. And there it is, 5. We killed him. So that means that we would get a +1 to our terrain modifier for that turn. And that means we would have rolled 2 more dice. And so, yes, I'm retroactively doing last turn again. And both of those dice missed. If any of those were a 6, we would just kill 1 more. But Mr. Pendrake is out of the game forever. So I'm just going to put him over here. And that's all we get for a bonus. The rest of the time, if we draw sabotage markers, and here I got, if I were to draw one of these, I can now, they're now out of the game. So he's not sabotaging us anymore. So the banker being gone does hurt a little bit because he gives us a +2 to our stacking limit. But that's fine. Now let's think about stacking limit here. We have 1, 2, 3 here, 4. Well, let me make sure. We have a stacking limit chart. Where is the chart? Yeah, here we go. Villagers are 2 points. Regular troops are 2 points. Characters and home guards are 1 point. Okay? And so these are all villagers and characters in home guard. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're fine there. This one counts as 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only have a stacking limit of 5. So I can't do that. So I was already on the fence about moving him in. So I'll move him out. And then we moved him in last. So I'll put him back. So now we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. This was all the more we could do. Okay. We couldn't have moved Hodges in. And I did roll to move Hodges, and he did succeed. I think he had like a 2 or a 3. I'm actually going to move him back to where he was. So we'll leave him there. And see, there you go. If I would have had the banker, I could have increased this by 2. But that's not how that works. All right, and so we are done with the movement phase. I need to keep the surgeon there until those guys get healed. And we, of course, have a little bit of a disaster down here. But let's now roll for their deployment. So I'm going to roll, put the camera a little bit over here. So I rolled a 4 for them. And mind you, we still are only doing 7th Flieger Corps because our invasion marker is at 3. But I rolled a 4, which means... Here we go. They're coming from the east, which is the area I've been worried about. Okay, so they're coming from the east, and let's see where. I rolled a 7, and if you look on here, the 7 is exactly where Hodges is. And oh, by the way, I would have moved the sergeant because we don't need those people at the police station anymore. So let's see if we can roll him. So I rolled a 6, but he has a 6. I would have tried to move the sergeant here, but that means I would have had to move him out. So that means we need to roll James Arnold, 3. So I would have moved James Arnold back to the garage. Sergeant Drink would have been here. I would not have reinforced this. Now Edith Finley there, she can't do squat. And her bonus ability is gossip. If anything, we wanted Edith Finley to be the traitor. She's like the most worthless character in this game. But what she can do is she can prevent them from moving forward. So by staying at the police station, she can stop them from progressing. So we're going to leave her there, largely because I forgot to move her. But yes, I would have changed this situation so the police officer was there. And yes, I would have put James Arnold back in the garage in case we need to repair something. But right now we have nothing that would require repairing. But anyways, that's where this is going to stay. And let's keep going. We decided they're coming from the east. And it's the 7th Flieger Corps. And we are rolling now to determine how many units are going to be placed. It doesn't matter what I roll. As you can see, there's only 1 unit that can be placed. But let's roll anyways. So I rolled a 10, and on a 10 they would place 2 units. So the fact that it was 2 instead of 1 means I'm going to take 1, and then the second one's not there, but that means that these flip over and they'll be available for the next round. So they're going to show up here, and now they don't move during their phase, right? So normally they would get to move, and they don't get to. In fact, I'm heading back here. Okay, so I made I think I made a mistake in the previous rounds. And again, I apologize. Oh no, Germans move before British combat. Okay, we're fine. So what I was thinking is that they show up here and they don't actually move out until after combat, but that's not true. They actually move before we attack. So this one here is a different situation. You've seen in the past that they've been able to move and then we attack them. But in this case, he's staying in the box. He can't move out of this box because we control this space. So we're not letting him come out. Okay, so that's the end of my 15 minutes. I do have beeping, so I need to attend to that, and I will be back very soon. Stay awesome.